unbroken.
Watch where you're thinking, the dead gives you anything. You build them up while they tear you down, but still you never give up. You never give up.
They
No.
would soak the fire as you hope to rise. It was mostly lies that you broke inside. I know it's all love, I just gotta complain. I got your back, we gon' rise to the flames. You be at it again.
PPW Nation, you beautiful bastards. Welcome back to another match here from your good friends at Prairie Pro Wrestling. I am Bobby Money Munson, and I'm joined by the man with the NFL voice, Pop Smoke beside me. And we're being joined by a little fun here tonight. It's all Levi Night joining us here as this one kicks off. Pop Smoke, how are you doing tonight?
Munson, I'm ready to get funky.
It sounds like there was a lot of partying by Levi Knight done last night in the greatest nightclub in Regina, I believe, if I heard correctly, Papa Smokes. I'm not sure if I know the Regina scene that well. Maybe you're more up on the Regina scene. Where does Levi hang out when he's partying?
Wherever the hottest nightclub spot is.
This man ready to party, ready to wrestle, and getting in there with an absolute great opponent here tonight. We're going to see a great matchup ahead of us, but again, the fans not digging the antics of one Levi Knight. We've seen this guy coming out here lately, Pop Smokes. He's had his trouble with Cannonball Kelly and Johnny Two Fingers. A bit of an attitude adjustment since he first joined Prairie Pro Wrestling. But what a great up-and-coming star Levi Knight happens to be. I think this kid's got a lot of talent, and I look forward to seeing what he brings to the ring here tonight.
I also think so. He's got a flamboyant style to him. He plays the great Rick James music, and I think a lot of fans want to enjoy dancing around and having some funky fun with Levi Knight, but some of his antics have turned the crowd against him.
We'll see where it gets him here tonight, if he can use those antics to get under the skin of his opponent. Keeping in mind, this is not a matchup in the title tournament. Levi Knight lost his spot when he was defeated by Jacob Creed, when he, had a little bit too much fun, and at the time, I think that was the fun babyface Levi Knight. This is a more focused, more vicious Levi Knight that we're getting in the ring here. And I think that we're going to see something completely different from this young man tonight. And that beautiful PPW rampway all lit up beautifully. Thank you to the people who do that. And it's Joey Vendetta who's going to be joining us here, Papa Smokes. Joey Vendetta, a wonderful veteran of Saskatchewan Pro Wrestling, of Canadian Pro Wrestling. He's done some great work all over the country. This is a good man inside that ring. He's going to bring a hell of a match here against Levi Knight. This comes down to, I believe, experience versus inexperience in terms of the two competitors and their career paths so far. Who do you think has the upper advantage going into this one?
Well, as much as I recognize Levi Knight as one of the up-and-coming stars in PPW, I think he's really got his hands full with the veteran Joey Vendetta here. And Vendetta's going to probably teach Levi Knight a lesson in the ring tonight, a lesson he needs to learn, but I don't think Levi's going to take that easily.
Joey Vendetta, not usually so beloved by the PPW Nation, but it seems that, the common enemy seems to be Levi Knight here. They're so angry and frustrated with Levi Knight and the way he's acted towards Cannonball Kelly, the attack that he made on Johnny Two Fingers viciously with a steel chair. Those things have led to the crowd despising Levi Knight so much that now he walks in here against who essentially tends to be a bit of a heel to the audience here in Saskatoon, is now turning out to be a bit of a babyface because they want to see him slap the face of Levi Knight.
Well, that's the way it goes in pro wrestling sometimes. The crowd will pick their favorite in each match, no matter what the alignment of the particular wrestler. And Levi's really getting under their skin with all that disco dancing, and I think they'd like to see Vendetta kick his ass.
I think I wouldn't mind seeing the same thing, although I wouldn't mind seeing either one of them kicking the ass of anybody around ringside that doesn't know how to pay attention to the rules set out by the government and by anybody who's been setting out the rules. If you don't want to follow the rules, you can feel free to not let the door hit your ass on the way out. as these two get into the collar elbow tie-up, being pushed back into the corner. Just really kind of starting things off slow, feeling each other out here, seeing who's going to do what here. Papa Smoke getting a feel for their opponent. I don't believe that we have seen these two officially lock up in a PPW ring. I don't know, to my recollection, if these two have locked up anywhere in Saskatchewan before, possibly at Ringside Wrestling. I'm not 100% up on my ringside right now, Papa Smokes. Maybe you can fill that in. Have these two encountered each other?
Not to my knowledge, Munson. I believe this is a first time for both.
And yes, a big shout out to our good friends in Regina at Ringside Wrestling. We're always happy to help out other independent wrestling promotions. So if you happen to be in the Regina area, go and support a lot of the same roster that we have here at Prairie Pro Wrestling over at Ringside Wrestling as well too. And look, Joey having a little fun at the expense of Levi there, making him do the dance with the arm held. Levi getting out of that one, and a body check taking Vendetta down to the mat. Nice drop kick from Vendetta. Takes Levi down, and the momentum firmly with Joey Vendetta at this time. The adrenaline going on his side, and he's got him down with that armbar.
And this is a bit of that experience we were talking about before. Joey Vendetta's not going to play to the crowd. He's very experienced in the Canadian wrestling scene, and he's going to calm this younger guy down here a little bit with a nice arm twist. Oh yeah, maybe work those fingers a little bit too. He's got Levi Knight's attention now.
And if you were joining us for the very first time, as always, I've got to do our plugs and say, go give us a subscribe down below and hit the notification bell. We like to let you know every time we got new content coming out here on Prairie Pro Wrestling. And hey, at any point in time, feel free to also come join us live in Saskatoon where we put on these shows. Our next one coming up on May the 28th in Saskatoon. Hopefully you could join us there in the live capacity. But if not, you'll be able to join these matches right here on YouTube, and all you have to do, make sure to be subscribed and turn on those notifications. As Joey firmly takes over this matchup, hammering those shots down on Levi Knight. Oh, what a nice maneuver from Levi Knight, dropping Joey's face right onto the top turnbuckle.
Yeah, we say that Levi Knight's a young wrestler, but that was a veteran escape to get out of that move with a nice offensive move and then a kick, a cover, and a 2 count. Levi Knight looking firmly in control right now.
As Joey looks to be trying to get his breath back, Levi Knight not going to give him a moment to even rest here as he goes and utilizing the rope there to choke Joey Vendetta. I believe the first time we ever experienced Levi Knight in a Prairie Pro Wrestling ring, he was actually going up against Bucky McGraw. That was quite a very competitive matchup there that Bucky ended up victorious in, but a good look at what Levi Knight was bringing to the table at that point in time. This was a new wrestler as far as I was concerned at Pop Smokes. I had never seen anything from Levi Knight, but we have seen him consistently now in a PPW ring, and he has definitely left his mark and become a very regular member of our Prairie Pro Wrestling roster.
And we talk about experience in wrestlers. That's how a young guy gets good. Get yourself booked in some different federations, do a little traveling, talk to some other wrestlers in the car, and practice your craft all the time. And that's what Levi Knight, he's willing to put in the work, and I completely respect that, and he'll only get better from here.
And just about getting the 3 count there. He's definitely looking a little bit distraught. I think he figured that was it. He had Joey Vendetta where he wanted him, but Joey out after 2.
And Levi Knight doing the right thing again here too with a rear headlock. He's just going to wear Joey Vendetta down. Maybe try and sap some of the energy from a guy that's a bit older than him and set him up for some big moves later in the match, possibly getting a pinfall or submission then.
As you can see, a lot of that oxygen, a lot of that blood flow is not flowing properly to Joey's brain right now, and he's trying to find any bit of adrenaline he can to fight back out of this one as the punches go right to the breadbasket of Levi Knight. Levi with a nice little cheap shot to make sure that he continues to keep advantage of this matchup. one thing I've noticed about Levi Knight as of late too is he's really learned how to utilize the different gray areas, as we'd call them here in professional wrestling, being able to utilize the count to the referee to do some underhanded, dirty tricks and stuff like that to, pull out all the stops that he can to win his matchups. And Joey now fighting back as the two of them up on those turnbuckles, and Levi Knight takes a big spill there from the middle turnbuckle. Looking definitely worse for wear. Joey now climbing to the top. What could we see here, Papa Smokes? This could be devastating. And Joey, nice missile drop kick right into the chest of Levi Knight. That has got to be it. If Joey can get over there and cover Levi Knight, we might have a victory.
Yeah, Levi took every bit of that missile drop kick. That hit hard in the chest, but Joey Vendetta also a little bit groggy, unable to capitalize.
And there's that energy finally coming back, and he's going to get right into this thing. Levi taking a hard clothesline there. And that back elbow from Joey Vendetta. And boom, that knee right to the face. That has got to be it. Hook the leg. And again, Levi Knight. Wow.
He's tenacious.
Just when you think he's down and out, Joey throwing everything at him except for the kitchen sink at this point. What has he got to do to finish this kid off? The veteran getting a little frustrated, I'm sure, at this point in time. The leg drop from the top ropes, but you can see the damage that did to Joey's lower back upon landing. Covers him. 1, 2. No, still not enough. This match is off the hook, Papa Smokes. What a great competitive matchup we're seeing here tonight.
It sure is, and now you can see a little bit of the frustration coming into the face of Joey Vendetta here. He's kind of thinking maybe he should have been able to put away the younger wrestler by this time, but Levi Knight not going down without a fight. And look at this now.
Beautiful lariat there from Levi Knight. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and just barely gets the arm up in the nick of time.
That was close.
As you can see, both men really struggling at this point. Both guys have thrown everything they can at one another at this point in time, Papa Smokes. It is really going to take something special to bring this one to a finish. And that could be it. Joey's got to cover him. Vendetta for the victory. And again, we talked about him being inexperienced, but that was not an inexperienced move right there, knowing your ring awareness.
And good on the referee to see that foot had just reached the rope after the 2 count.
Joey knows he's got this young man right where he wants him. He's just one move away from being able to pull the victory here tonight. This could be it right here. And Levi not going over. Oof. Didn't quite get all of that one, it seemed there. You could definitely tell that both men getting tired and fatigued at this point in time. And what do we got here? Oh, that was it?
What in the world?
Oh my goodness. Levi Knight absolutely just stole one from Joey Vendetta.
Vendetta tried that O'Connor roll, pushing off the ropes and rolling back up, and Levi Knight reversed it into the other ropes and then held onto the ropes for the pinfall without the referee's knowledge. My God, what a nice, slick move. We got to start calling Levi Knight a veteran around here now by some of the tricks he pulls and gets away with.
Well, now he's going to go off celebrating, a little disco dancing, maybe some ginger snaps, as he likes to call them there, Papa Smokes.
Wow.
Levi Knight victorious here in Prairie Pro Wrestling. And again, on the rise, this young man. I don't even think we've seen the best of Levi Knight yet to date.
And where's he going to party in Saskatoon?
Hopefully there's a nightclub open there for him as Joey chases him to the back.